Question has expired. Senator McLucas.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister for Communications, Senator FIFIELD. I refer to the now Prime Minister's announcement on the 14th of December 2014 that the taxpayer would, and I quote, take progressive ownership of the Optus HFC cable network and use this infrastructure in the NBN rollout. Minister, given that Optus planned to mothball its old HFC network years ago, and this government did not finalise the new Optus deal until December last year, is the Optus HFC network fit for purpose for the NBN rollout?
The Minister for Communications, Senator Fifield.
Thanks, Mr President, and I'm glad Senator McLucas raises the HFC technology which is around Australia, because accessing the HFC infrastructure is one of the main reasons why this government, an NBN, is going to be in a position to roll out the national broadband network nationwide much faster than would have been the case if those opposite had remained in office. And as a government, we think that it makes good sense to use the infrastructure that is there. And the HFC in particular is there in most capital cities and the Gold Coast. This government and NBN is pursuing what's known as a multi-technology mix, and that is that the NBN is in a sense technology agnostic. The NBN will avail itself of the technology that will best see the NBN rolled out fastest and at lowest cost to taxpayers. And as Senator McLucas points out, Optus does have HFC cables, Telstra do as well, and the NBN will be availing itself of those network opportunities as is appropriate.
Thank you, Minister. Order on my left. Senator McLucas,
Thank you, Mr President. I do note that the Minister did not answer my initial question. I refer to the now Prime Minister's comments on the 20th of July 2012 when he said that the Optus HFC network could be upgraded for, and I quote, a modest cost to provide NBN equivalent services for most customers. Minister, given that Optus planned to mothball its old HFC network years ago, is it still the policy of this government to use this infrastructure?
Thank you,
and are the
McLucas.
costs of upgrading it still modest? Expired.
Minister.
Thanks, Mr President. It's certainly the view of this government and the approach of NBN that the HFC infrastructure be used as is appropriate. And I'll make what I think is probably a self-evident point, but I'll make it for those opposite anyway, that using the HFC infrastructure that is there will see the NBN rolled out sooner and at less cost.
Order, Minister. Minister, you don't have the call at the moment. Order. Thank you. Point of order, Senator Moore.
It's on direct relevance, Mr President. I've been listening very carefully and I'm asking the Minister to respond on direct relevance to the issue around the Optus HFC network.
Thank you, Senator Moore. I will remind the Minister of the question. Minister.
Thanks, Mr President. As I was saying,
Order.
Mr President,
allow the Minister to answer.
Mr President, I really need not continue because those opposite seem content to both ask and answer their own questions. It's a very Rudd-like approach of those opposite. Ask your question and then answer it yourself. I don't know why they bother with questions.
Order, Minister. Order on my left. Order. You have a colleague on her feet waiting to ask raise a point of order, I assume. Point of order, Senator Moore.
Mr President, again, it's direct relevance in terms of the Optus HFC network. The Minister's fluffed around a little bit to cover some time, but he's still got 2 seconds.
Thank you, Senator Moore. The Minister has 2 seconds in which to answer the question.
We'll be
Minister.
using Optus and Telstra.
Thank you, Minister. Final supplementary question, Senator McLucas.
Thank you, Mr President. I note that the cost of this government's second-rate NBN has nearly doubled to $56 million, and the time frame for rolling it out has more than doubled to 2020. Isn't it true that the Optus HFC network is not fit for purpose, and overbuilding it will cause more delays and further blow out this government's costs for a second-rate NBN?
Minister.
Again, they like to answer their own questions, Mr President.
Order on my left.
Mr President, I'll answer the question if those opposite want to listen. As I've made crystal clear, NBN will be using both Telstra and Optus HFC network as is appropriate. I'm not sure what it is that colleagues opposite are really having a difficulty grasping there, but I completely reject Senator McLucas's assertion that the approach that this government is taking is one that will be at greater cost to taxpayers than those opposite we're going to pursue. Wrong. If the plan of those opposite was pursued, the NBN would be delivered nationwide much further into the future and at much greater cost to the taxpayer.
Thank you, Minister.